Do you ever struggle with the feeling that no one actually no one actually sees you, or no one actually, you know, looks at actually who you are or loves you for who you are? I don't know how if I'm describing that correctly, but that feeling of hollowness and that feeling of loneliness where you feel and you question yourself many times. Why is it that no one loves me? No one loves the person that I am. I have struggled with that question, I think, for the bulk of my life. And I think now, when I'm pretty mature and I have actually unlearned a lot of things in my life, now I've realized why I was struggling with that question so much. And I really wanted to like just talk about it in a small video and just like share the thought process of why this happens. Why do you feel unloved and why do you feel so lonely? And how to actually regain control of of your mind and stop thinking like that. So before I start, I'll just quickly introduce myself. My name is Anam Saeed. I'm a consultant, I'm a photographer, I'm not a therapist. This is just something that I have learned during the course of my own healing time. And this is just something that I thought that this platform has given me an opportunity to share it with all of you. So I hope this helps someone out. So firstly, why do you feel unloved? And I really wanted to like dive deeper into this and talk about like why some of us always have that craving that is always left like unattended, that nobody actually loves me, nobody actually sees me. Like, I've had that feeling so many times, and I've struggled a lot with that. A lot of times, like even with my friends, even with my closest people, I used to feel that um if I keep my track of doing certain things, even if I didn't want to, I they will love me. But the moment I'll have to say no to a few things, the moment I'll have to draw my boundary, they'll stop loving me. And that fear of losing them kept me, defying my own boundaries. And I just like was trapped in a circle of people pleasing. And that, I think, was the core of feeling unloved because I was never true to my own self. So, for instance, I'll give you an example, and it's very simple. If I want to pick up this piece of uh, plastic, which is basically a pen, and I want to write something down right now, my friend or my sibling or my parent or my partner doesn't want to do that. But I have a valid reason why I want to do this. I just want to do it, right? I just want to write down something. Just because of the fact that they wouldn't like it, I shouldn't stop writing, right? And that basically took me so many years of learning that I should write when I want to write. It's not harming them, it's not harming anybody. Unless you want to do something that's harming somebody or that's not good for you, that's unhealthy, you should pursue it, right? You shouldn't stop your passions and your yearnings and your life just to please people around you. Because when you're constantly in a rut of pleasing everybody else, you're actually the most, or the most unpleased, or the most, um, how do I say that, unsatiated of the lot yourself. Your satiation, your yearnings, your cravings are always left unattended. And years of that just basically makes you feel that you're never going to be loved. So I think that's the core of feeling unloved the whole time. And that's something that has taken me many years to learn. And I hope that, this video clicks at least one person who's watching this and going through this rut and makes them realize that you need to like honor your own thoughts, honor your own choices, honor your own, yearnings. So if I want to make a YouTube video, I don't care if it's something that these people do not like, or this set of people or this set of loved ones do not like, unless they have a valid reason, right? So if I'm making a video about something that is not understood by them, or that is not honored by them, then there can be an argument or a discussion around it. But if it's something that is, giving me happiness, then that should be my first and foremost goal. And I think that's the core reason of feeling unloved, not honoring your own thoughts and your own logics and your own desires, and not drawing enough boundaries and letting people know that this is my domain. Now, from here onwards, I decide, I take charge of my life. I think that's the core of feeling unloved. And I think that leads to the second most important point of feeling unloved. When you pile up this people pleasing mentality for years and years onwards, right? So when you are constantly trying to please this person, that person, or a parent, or a narcissist in your life, or maybe a normal person in your life, right? When you're constantly giving them that satisfaction that you're gonna do whatever they want you to do, you actually are never honoring yourself, and that's like just like you are the victim of your own hatred. You're basically not loving your own self, right? So the child inside you, the baby inside you, is never attended. It's never the baby inside you is always silent. The baby inside you is always feeling cramped up and congested and unheard, and that just like is the worst feeling in the world, right? So that's like the worst form of self-care that you can have. And because you don't love yourself, of course nobody else is going to love you. Of course nobody else even knows how to love you, because you yourself do not know how to love you. And the healing process just starts when you realize this. So this basically takes me to the next point of how to get out of this, right? So I know it's going to be a long journey. I know I cannot encompass all of that within this video, or maybe a video of like 100 hours. I cannot encompass that because everybody's going to have their own journey. But how basically I tackled it and how it took me years to tackle it is that I started from unlearning of how to say no when I want to, how to say yes to my own self, how to even start to listen to the baby inside me, how to take care of that baby, how to love myself, how to honor my own desires, how to understand what I want. Because when I was stuck in this cycle, to be honest, for the longest time I didn't even know what I wanted. Like I had lost track of what I wanted. So for instance, if it was a dinner table and everybody was like, I want to have a burger, I want to have a pizza, I want to have an ice cream, I never knew what I wanted because I had never given that importance, right? And it took me years to realize what I wanted. I had to like literally sit down and just talk to myself like, what do you want, Anam? I want to honor you today. What do you want? And that baby took a lot of time to open up. That baby took a lot of time to like, understand that, okay, finally she's listening. This person is listening to me. So I started listening to my heart. I started like talking to myself, but it took me years to unlearn that manner where I would just like give importance to what everybody else wanted. And then once I started listening to myself, the healing process started. And after that, it was a very slow process. It took me a lot of steps to like quietly just like listen to myself. Okay, I want to do this. Okay, I want to do this right now. Okay, perhaps I do want to have tea right now. I do want to have tea right now. I do. I'm feeling kind of sad right now. Okay, so what do I do? I'm feeling kind of excited right now. What do I do? Why am I working out? Why am I trying to eat this and not that? Am I pleasing everybody else or am I pleasing myself? So all of these questions were like very difficult questions, and I had to ask them myself. And like especially in terms of relationships, so if a beloved one, like a parent or a friend or a narcissist in your life, if they used to ask me something, I used to ask myself, do I actually want to do this, or am I doing this just to keep them happy and make the situation, seamless with no conflict? And then my mind started telling me, okay, this was just conflict avoidance going on. This was not a true loving relationship anyway. And that's when I started saying no. My heart would be so scared of conflict when I'd say no. It would it would feel like the biggest battle that I was fighting with myself. I would feel like, oh my God, if I say no, something terrible is going to happen. But then, step by step, I started stepping up for my own self. And that's how it started. That's how I started healing. And it has taken years. But now I'm not saying I'm perfect, but I'm much better. And now I know that I love myself. And now I know a lot of people love me. A lot of my friends, a lot of my loved ones actually love me now because I actually love myself. And that's what you have to do. I know if you're watching this video, it's for sure that you are stuck in that rut. And it'll take time, but you'll be fine. So this is the reassurance that I wanted to give today. And have a great day and subscribe if you like this channel, and I'll post more stuff. And I hope you recover and heal. Bye.